So setup-wise, obviously we discussed a lot about your posture. I'll try and do my version of a little stick man now to sort of discuss this so we can show, because first lesson you were kind of here, oh, sorry, down there, legs were then down here, and your arms are kind of out there, so they were quite a stretch, and that's your toes there. Your shoulders were kind of too far out in front of you, okay? Then what you did to try and get yourself with your shoulders over your toes, you just basically moved back here, okay? Can't move your head, no, your head's got to stay there, and got kind of up here, and then you were very upright, okay? And got very sort of stiff with the club there and quite rounded in your back, okay? What we want to try and do is get that position where you're setting up the golf ball now. So your spine angle, again, it needs to be a neutral spine, so your hip line is kind of in line with the golf club, okay? And then your legs will be kind of down there. That's what we're kind of looking for, okay? What we don't want to see, though, we don't want to see, oh, hang on, okay, hold on a second, is that with your back. Don't arch it so it's underneath. I think a couple of times you got a little bit overextended, which is fine. You're just trying to find in yourselves. So the way people always try to explain to people is actually just how do you try and touch your toes. You wouldn't overextend your back, but likewise you wouldn't keep it level. Your hips have to tilt.
Because I do tend to get a little bit, because I do a lot of that.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that, again, that's why I think golf in some ways can be good if you just get used to learning how your back, because a golf swing is basically like an oblique twist on an angle. So using your core muscles, which obviously improving your back muscles as well, and getting yourself in a position where your back's been utilised and using the muscles, but using it in a safe way, okay? Now the impact we talked about today, last few lessons, our first lesson we had, that was your bad shot. I said to go away and practice, get the club stronger, get a better swing plane, and now your bad shot's this way. And most of your shots have gone left, if anything, okay? So we need to try and change that impact position, okay? So you get your lower half now moving more to that left side. What you did here when you was on the golf club, okay? Your backswing was pretty good. Again, good posture. Good turn here now. As you came back to the golf ball, now you sort of move, and now from here you're sort of just jumping up. So there's kind of a pre-impact position. The next one's sort of just after impact, but you're almost a bit on your tippy toes there. Not really much movement laterally. Whereas this one, I said from here, what you can do without moving the club, move your hands, move your hips and stuff towards it to kind of create that feeling while the club stays there. But this one was a lot smaller and slower. You're a shorter backswing, okay? As you come through, look at your lower half now. See your lower half moving? And look at your impact there. Look how much more your knee now is moving in here. This is actually pre-impact. Next one's the impact one there. There. Look at the difference in your leg there. That's kicking in here now a lot more. That's now moving over to that left side as you come through. Everything now is moving to the left side. Whereas this one now was a bit more kind of like head staying down, your arm. I mean, your arm there looks a bit tucked up. Your head sort of looking down. It looks a bit cramped, and the lower half's not really coming through with it. Look how much more movement in your right knee is there. And you're twisting through to a balanced finish there, whereas this one now it comes to you afterwards, but the sequence isn't quite good enough, so it's a bit kind of more jumpy. Look at your foot movement, your left foot jumping out of the way. Your foot action there, we sort of do this a bit like the old Elvis on the dance floor, whoop, knees popping up and jumping up in there, whereas this one, okay, a bit more stable as that lower half works through, So that left side is sort of supporting that swing. If it spins at the end, that's absolutely fine. Obviously, that's just momentum of the swing. But at least your lower half is moving to the target correctly, whereas this one now is more kind of like, whoop, just jumping up, and then it sort of eventually has to come round, but it's a split second too late. And if you do that, your lower half or your low point of the swing will be behind the ball, or you lead it left. In the past, you'd swing the club left because of that movement, and the face being open, the ball would curve off to the right. So you've changed the club face, changed the sort of swing plan, and got that club working better. Your posture, I think, sort of work in progress.
I guess so.
Keep filming it, keep checking it, keep asking questions. Go, is this right, is this right? Google some pictures of tour players on TV. Just see how they stand the golf ball. Look at their posture and see what they do well, because what they do well is something you can try and copy. You can't copy their swing, because they swing their own unique way. I mean, there's millions of different swings on the tour anyway, so I wouldn't recommend trying copying a swing, but certainly copy setup, how they stand the golf ball, okay? How they get in a position with their spine angle, shoulders kind of over the toe line there, nice and relaxed, not squatting too much to the knees, but sitting the hips back a little bit just to get in that correct angle. Just get you in a position where you're more mobile, so you can start activating that lower half moving this way better, and hit some shots more towards target. Okay, mate? Does that make sense?
Yeah, definitely.
Excellent, very good, mate. Right.